Hey coin collectors, this is 1943 bronze cent in MS62 brown condition. Approximately 20 Philadelphia Mint bronze cents dated 1943 are believed to exist. Opposing error dated 1944 are struck on zinc-coated steel blanks. This lovely cent has vibrant blue toning over lustrous olive brown surfaces, with slight weakness on Lincoln's beard, but with sharp wheat ears and exceptional surfaces for the grade. This piece has eye appeals that equals its rarity. Sold on February 23, 2021 for $372,000 at Heritage Auctions. Moving on to this 1969 S Lincoln cent with double verse, graded in mint state 63, red by PCGS, lustrous copper orange example. This rarity features delicate copper gold color with slightest cloudiness over the upper verse. On the reverse, the scattering of minor carbon spots culminates in two larger areas below the right side of the steps and between the third and fourth columns in the memorial. The strike is well defined and the doubling is obvious, especially on the base of the L in the Liberty and nearby letters where it's visible to the unaided eye. Sold for $38,400 at Heritage Auctions. This is 1920D Mercury dime in mint state 67 with full bands. While many 1920D dimes are weak on the date, the entire date is razor sharp on this outstanding superb gem. The strike is pinpoint sharp on the central elements and the outer legends are crisp as well, earning the important full bands designation and CAC endorsement. The Denver Mint struggled with cracked dies and uneven strikes on all denominations in 1920. This MS67 full bands dime is a notable exception. Frosted mint luster radiates smoothly across attractive, minimally toned surfaces. It ended up selling for $38,400 at Heritage Auctions. And this is another popular double layer verse cent variety, 1955 Lincoln cent in red MS65 condition. The 1955 double die is the most dramatic variety within the entire Lincoln cent series. The die rotation is significant enough that the casual viewers, even non-collectors, can see the doubling. What's almost universal is lack of complete mint red on these coins. Most were briefly handled, thus dulling the red luster. However, this is one of the few that retained its mint red, most likely from not being handled as most of the others were. The surfaces display even, bright color with no obvious abrasions, were rare as such. It ended up selling for $37,600 at Heritage Auctions. Range of light champagne toning over sharp devices and flawless fields. PCGS designates it as special mint set coin, although the 5 coin sets of satin finish 1964 coinage that surfaced in the early 1990s are not known to have ever been in any special packaging from the mint. An official coinage of special mint sets did not occur until 1965. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you can do it so for getting daily high-definition coin videos. So this beautiful coin was bargained for $22,800 at Heritage Auctions. Here is 1911 S Lincoln cent in mint state 66. 1911 S cent, when sold in full red condition, is typically found only in MS64 or MS65, rarely in MS66. The Bender Premium Gem is among the rarest red examples of the San Francisco issue, certified, showing remarkably sharp detail and pristine early die state. Lovely satin luster yields delicate golden orange color, and there are no obtrusive spots or abrasions. Sold on August 24, 2022 for $13,200 at Heritage Auctions. Here is 1969 D Kennedy half dollar in mint state 67, attractively toned and highly elusive specimen in this condition. A fully struck registry coin, this star designated superb gem is among the finest certified 1969 D Kennedy halves. Satiny mint luster illuminates the fully struck devices, and only a few microscopic ticks are seen beneath the loop. Amber, yellow gold, sea green, blue and violet toning forms concentric circles on each side. Sold on June 7, 2019 for $15,600 at Heritage Auctions. This is 1941 Lincoln cent in PR67 red condition. Proof production continued its ascent in 1941 with the mint striking 21,100 pieces in this format. The issue is surprisingly scarce in this grade, although premium gems are available. Each side displays flashy mirror-like fields and brick red color. Minor carbon appears on obverse. Sold on October 7, 2022 for $4,560 at Heritage Auctions. Here is 1970D Kennedy half dollar, lightly toned specimen in mint state 67. One would expect decent preservation from mint sets, but the truth is that most 1970D Kennedy halves appear quite sloppily and carelessly made. So a superb gem such as this piece is real prize for series enthusiasts and registry collectors. This piece offers a touch of golden patina on each side, and a few marks noticeably are relegated to an out-of-the-way area at the bottom of President Kennedy's neck. Sold on October 16, 2020 for $6,300 at Heritage Auctions. Moving on to this marvelous 1952 Jefferson nickel in PR69 deep cameo condition, the essentially flawless surfaces showcase dramatic field device contrast and provided by frosted devices and deep mirror fields. An essential registry coin, sold on June 6, 2022 for $9,600 at Heritage Auctions. And this is Error 1969S Lincoln cent in PR67 cameo condition, struck on a clad dime planchet. Proof 1969S cents struck on a clad dime blank or planchet are rare. The present coin has orange, gold and ruby red toning when viewed from certain angles, though it becomes powder blue upon rotation. The portrait and Lincoln memorial exhibit noticeable cameo contrast. No detraction are readily evident. It was sold on July 15, 2022 for $2,040 at Heritage Auctions. Thanks for watching guys, hit the thumbs up button if you liked our video. Have a nice day. US coins that could be in your coin collection, starting with this 1942 D Jefferson nickel, rare D over horizontal D, repunched mint mark variety. This wartime 5 cent is graded in mint state 66 with full steps by PCGS. The reverse and the left obverse are toned pumpkin gold, while the right obverse is powder blue and rose red. A lustrous and boldly struck example of this guidebook blundered mint mark variety. Carbon and contact are incidental only. Cherry pickers describe the 1942 D over horizontal D as the rarest of the major Jefferson nickel varieties in mint state. It was sold for $12,000 at Heritage Auctions. Jumping onto this 1965 Roosevelt dime in mint state 61. This highly sought after 10 cents is valuable due to its metal content. Rare transitional error struck onto 90% silver planchet instead of copper nickel clad. This is unmarked and satin example with light lilac toning. States of America isn't completely brought up, likely due to slightly convex reverse die. Weight is 2.48 grams, so this rare error coin ended up selling for $13,200 at Heritage Auctions. Moving on to this 1919D Lincoln cent. Fiery brick red color dominates both sides of this exquisite superb gem, one of few finest survivors of this difficult mint mark issue. As with 1919S, the emphasis was on quantity, not quality, and more than 57 million were struck in this post-war boom year. But few survivors show such marvelous preservation accompanied by an impeccable strike and near total lack of spots or other distractions. Sold for $31,200 at Heritage Auctions. Here is 1951 Franklin half dollar in PR67 ultra cameo condition. Seldom seen proof 50 cent with such contrast. This second year proof issue was struck to the extent of 57,500 pieces, representing a slight increase over the 1950 proof Franklin half dollar issue. The 1951 is readily collectible in non-cameo grades, and even cameo coins remain within the realm of most serious specialists. This outstanding superb gem delivers the eye-catching white on black appearance collectors crave in the proof. Sold on October 6, 2022 for $11,700 at Heritage Auctions. This is 1939 Jefferson nickel in PR68 condition, highly elusive 1940 reverse variety representative. The vast majority of proof 1939 Jefferson nickels struck feature the reverse of 1938 with poorly detailed steps on Monticello. The reverse of 1940 variant represented here is notably scarce and high grade. Liquid-like reflectivity in the fields complements sharp details throughout the devices, but the hallmark of this piece is a beautiful multicolored toning that graces each side. Sold on June 6, 2022 for $15,600 at Heritage Auctions. This is 1964 Kennedy half dollar in PR69 cameo condition, so-called accented hair variant. The proof 1964 half dollar had a mintage of nearly 4 million pieces, but the introductory accented hair subtype is scarce. Though the curls above the ear differ from normal variety, the accented hair pickup point is the eye in the Liberty, which lacks a left foot. This is an intricately struck and pristine specimen with glassy fields and particularly frosty eagle. Sold on October 7, 2022 for $2,400 at Heritage Auctions. And this is 1955 Lincoln cent with double die obverse, one of the most popular varieties overall. Circulated brown error penny in AU58 condition. Doubling is so bold on obverse lettering that it makes no difficulty to spot them with naked eye. Those in red mint condition are much more valuable. Nevertheless, it was sold for $2,880 on March 7, 2023 at Heritage Auctions. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep following us on YouTube and don't forget to hit thumbs up. Have a nice day. $1,000 in 2011 at Heritage Auctions. Here is 2009 Elizabeth II Year of Ox Gold, $1,000. Grade at midday 69 by NGC. Nice contrast with proof-like central areas surrounded by matte fields. McDonald's catalog lists a mintage of 153 pieces for this large issue. Actual weight of gold is 10 O's. Sold on April 18, 2013 for $17,037.50 at Heritage Auctions. Moving on to these 1947 P. George VI proof penny issued by Pursmint. An impressive gem, free of all visible post-strike handling with muted red coloration that suggests long-term box or envelope storage. The surfaces, largely of gleaming quality, easily distinguish themselves from business strikes of the period. Unlike the majority of business strike, the strike confidently renders the edges, displaying bold tentacles and rims that are sharply squared off. Even though slight planchet chatter remains on the high points, perhaps indicative of the relative unfamiliarity with proofing processes. Sold on April 11, 2014 for $31,725. Here is 1887S Victorian Gold Sovereign. Grade at midday 66 by PCGS, minted in Sydney. Variety with small spaced GEB, designer's initials on Queen's shoulder. The key date, mint mark combination of Victoria's Jubilee series. This stunning specimen currently ranks at the pinnacle of the PCGS census in terms of fininess. Featuring slightly reflective field saturated with brilliant cartwheel luster and handful of tiny contact marks on surfaces, virtually pass without remark, incapable of marrying this coin's exceptional beauty. Actual weight of gold content is 0.23 O's. Sold on January 7, 2019 for $26,400 at Heritage Auctions. This is one very rare coin, 1919 George V's copper nickel penny pattern, special mint strike. A choice and fully original example of this very rare pattern with subtle grey patina and full underlying mint brilliance. The verse features a bust of George, while the reverse depicts Kookaburra, Australian laughing bird. The Kookaburra patterns were struck while the government was considering replacing the current bulky bronze half pennies and pennies. This terrific coin was sold on January 2, 2012 for $86,250 at heritage auctions. Moving on to this legendary piece, 1853 Sydney pattern sovereign, grade as Proof 63 Ultra Cameo by NGC, a giant of Australian series by absolutely all measures, the famed Sydney Mint pattern sovereign of 1853, the first sovereign for the colony and one of only 4 originally produced. Presumed unique in private hands, all other specimens are permanently impounded in museum collections. Sold on May 5, 2022 for $384,000. Here is 1928 George V's sovereign at finest mint state, that's MS64 Plus, the undisputed king of Australian sovereign series, even within a collection as jam-packed with extreme rarity as presented here, with total of just 6 known examples. Sold on May 5, 2022 for $552,000. And for the last is top of a pop Australian gold proof 5 pounds, minted in 1887 with mint mark S, which stands for Sydney Mint. The offering may easily be considered a miracle of survival and displays surfaces essentially void of any contact marks or handling. Both sides are fully struck with lightly frosted motifs and sharp and clear rims that border the central features. Sold on March 25, 2021 for $660,000 at heritage auctions. Grams. First coin I'm holding is 20-year-old 20 euro cent from Portugal at mint condition. Obverse of a coin depicts the second royal seal of 1142 of Alfonso Henriques, the first king of Portugal, which is encircled by alternately the country's 7 castles and the 5 coats of arms. Reverse side features a standard European map design, shared by Eurocent coins from EU. Coin displays excellent strike and preservation state. We even see slight cartwheel effect on these gold-like surfaces, no mentionable contact marks on either device elements or on fields. In 2002, more than 147 million Portuguese 20 euro cents were made, so they are very common even at lower uncirculated grades. According to NGC price guide, even at mint state 65, they are worth just $1.50. This one inside holder is brilliant uncirculated example, likely at mint state 64 or 65. 2002 20 euro cent from Greece. Superb gem with immaculate surfaces and potent golden luster. Blemish and spot-free coin depicting Greek politician and diplomat Ioannis Kapodistria facing the viewer. Just few mediocre contact marks would prevent this coin from the finer grade. According to NGC price guide at mint state 65, these coins are worth over $1.50. Here is 1999 20 euro cent from Finland. This one is devoid of original mint luster as previous one, but fields of obverse display clean surfaces with burnt orange rosewood hues. Central relief depicts the Finnish heraldic lion, which is encircled by 12 stars of Europe. At mint state 65, these coins are worth over $2. Moving on to this 2009 20 euro cent from Belgium. Coin is no doubt at circulated condition, extremely fine I may say. Surfaces display just several mentionable contact marks and wispy ticks on focal areas of obverse relief. By the way, the man facing left is King Albert II from Belgium. In 2009, Belgium produced over 30 million examples of this particular coin, so at mint state 65, it's worth just $1.80 as for NGC price guide. Another mint state euro cent with potent luster. Reflectivity of this coin is outstanding, just look at this pleasant cartwheel effect. 2015 20 euro cent from Republic of France. Crisply struck example featuring surfaces close to perfection on obverse. It depicts a modern adaptation of Sower woman, representing French devotion to national roots. and at the same time integration into Europe. Appealing of reverse is not that charming as obverse, but yet we see cartwheel effect here as well. Burnt orange explosions grace the surfaces around denomination. Let's see what else we have here. This one bears evident signs of circulation. Contact marks, rubs, and some stains around reliefs. Also range 20 eurocent, but this one is from the very first strike, year of 1999. But device elements are sharply struck and large distraction is not detected on either side. Here is another circulated specimen 2003 20 eurocent from Germany, featuring the famous Brandenburg Gate on a verse, the symbol of division of Germany and its subsequent unification, with the 12 stars of Europe around the rim. The mint mark F below the date stands for Staatliche Münze Bade, Württemberg Mint of Stuttgart, which struck over 82 million 20 eurocents that year. Strike is overall sharp, but due to circulation, the tiniest motifs of device are slightly worn on higher points. Reverse side has very unpleasant appealing due to stains all around the reliefs. This issue at mint state 65 is worth just $1.50. This one is also from Belgium but minted in 2005. Here we have several deep codes on facial part of royal bust accompanied with light wear. Reverse surfaces show vivid traces of over circulation. Now this issue is a neatly preserved circulated example of German 20 eurocent, which was issued in 2013, also in Stuttgart. Strong traces of original luster is evident on obverse side. Strike is bold. Yet another Belgian eurocent, also from 2009, but with less reflectivity and more contact marks as compared to one I showed you initially. Beautifully preserved specimen at lower mint state. Obverse had a wonderful design with enhanced relief motifs depicting the Belvedere Palace, one of the most beautiful Baroque palaces in Austria. Surfaces radiate vibrant mint luster and no large distraction is evident on either side. Circulated 20 eurocent from Spain, the first year strike, 1999, issue featuring Miguel de Cervantes, one of the greatest writers of all times. This specimen had seen too many pockets or cash registers. High points of device elements are lightly worn and reliefs are surrounded with dark hues. This issue is worth just around $1 even at mint state 65. Another Brandenburg Gate, meaning German 20 eurocent. It was minted in 2003 and the mint mark A means it was struck in Berlin. Overall coin is at very fine condition. This one is definitely at mint state, at least MS60, as far as I can tell. 2016 20 euro cent from Italy with very bizarre, bargain this spot at 2 o'clock. Strike is tack sharp and brilliant. It depicts futuristic sculpture by Umberto Boccioni, titled Unique Forms in Continuity of Space. These two are also above average circulated examples from Italy and France. French coin is from the very first series. Italian 20 euro cent though was issued in 2002. Here's another 1999 20 euro cent from Spain. If you remember, the previous one had less reflective surfaces, as here is 1979 new pence with attractive crimson red brick toning. Features a second portrait of past Queen Elizabeth II. It displays some peculiar damage in reverse trim. 1974 Canadian 25 cents. Nickel coin at extremely fine condition. It has just slight cloudiness on surfaces and several abrasions. 1957 2 shillings. Demonetized coin at fine condition. The very first portrait of Queen. Obverse device displays medium wear on high points, mainly on facial surfaces. Another first portrait. 1964 3 pence. This one is significantly tarnished, to be honest. Brass coin, demonetized with introduction of new decimal system in UK. Here is 1986 2 pence. Bronze coin at extremely fine condition. This one is pretty modern British coin. 2015 5 pence at about uncirculated condition. It's a fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth. Look at this brilliant reflectivity on reverse, just splendid. Here's 1992 10 pence, also from UK, bearing the third portrait of Queen on obverse. Here's about uncirculated 1980 Elizabeth II 10 pence. Condition difference between these two are obviously great. I love the strike of this one. 1978 new 2 pence. Bronze coin at about uncirculated state with some traces of mint luster and enhanced motifs on Queen's portrait. Here we have 1989 Elizabeth II 2 pence with strong traces of peach orange mint luster. Another old coin with second portrait. 1966 Australian nickel 5 cent at extremely fine condition. Here is heptagon shaped 20 pence, minted in 2010 in UK. Fourth portrait. Yet another old coin. 1965 bronze 1 penny featuring young uncrowned Elizabeth II, facing right, and seated Britannia on reverse. 1975 Elizabeth II new 10 pence, circulated with numerous contact marks and hairlines. 1974 new 1 penny, issued after introduction of new decimal system, therefore with lettering new on reverse. Surfaces display slight wear on high points of device, and some spots. Next, Canadian 1984 5 cents. Nickel coin bearing the second portrait of the Queen. (1990) red 2 pence bearing the third portrait, at lower mint state with potent red-orange luster. Here is uncirculated but lower MS grade 1967 1 penny, the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth. And this one you already know, I showed it just a couple of days before, 1984, Elizabeth II proof dollar coin from Australia with cameo effect, my personal favorite. We have more Elizabeth II coins inside this bag, let me empty it for a moment. These are from our early purchases, about uncirculated bimetallic 2003 2 pounds with very enchanting design. This one has a special place in our COİN coin collection, 2002 pence. I call it Monster 2 pence coin. It featured gigantic lamination flow on the facial part of the bust. Here is 1983 Elizabeth II 1 pound coin from UK with incused edge lettering, according to view count, one of the favorite Elizabeth II coins of all times. 1964 Australian halfpenny, demonetized bronze coin. What else we have here? 1964 Australian penny. This one displays a little bit worn surfaces as compared to previous one. Then 1971 Elizabeth II new 1 penny, significantly tarnished coin with some peculiar olive green and seaweed hues on reverse. 1990 Elizabeth II 1 pound, heavily worn and abraded, also with incused edge lettering. Here is 2001 1 new penny bearing the Force portrait. This one is at lower mint state, featuring potent copper red luster. Next, 1996 20 cent from Australia, the third portrait. (2002) 10 pence from UK, fourth portrait. Surfaces display sharply detailed device elements. 1997 Sakamoli dollar coin from Fiji, heptagon shaped if I'm not mistaken. Here we have 2001 20 pence from UK, circulated coin at very fine condition. Sorry for not affording to show you all the coins, but thanks for watching till the end. Take care. Welcome back to COİN. So today I grabbed total of $45 of worth US and Commonwealth countries coins from local coin shop in Baku. You'll most probably watch the video tomorrow, therefore purchased yesterday technically. Several of them are uncirculated coins at various mint states. As old Eastern saying says, better to see something once than to hear about it 1,000 times. So hit subscribe and bell buttons under this video and let's get started. Here is 1997 red Lincoln cent, uncirculated coin but with carbon splashes here and there, which badly impacts the eye appeal. Next, 1981 Lincoln penny at fine condition. Coin displays medium softness on high points of device elements, most vividly seen on reverse side, on surfaces of memorial and E pluribus unum. Moving on to the 1981 D brown penny. D means it was struck by Denver Mint. Circulated penny containing 95% copper, 5% zinc. Another brown variety, 1988 Lincoln cent. I'm not 100% positive, but this one looks like a cleaned coin to me. Reverse side displays large pile of unpleasant verdigris below C of face value. Next, 2012 uncirculated red Lincoln cent at mint state 62 or 63. Surfaces are void of distracting contact marks, only distractions are these carbon flakes scattered around the fields. Forgot to mention that this is a shield reverse penny. Here we see round shade patinations as well. Yet another uncirculated penny, 2006 D red Lincoln cent, D standing for Denver Mint. Strike is sharp. No noteworthy abrasions or bag marks seen here as well. Just few wispy ticks here and there. Next, 1971 D Washington quarter with this perfectly circular gouging around the bust. These are post-mint damages caused by coin roll crimping machine most likely. Moving on to this 2005 red Lincoln cent, uncirculated penny displaying very vibrant mirror-like peach-orange fields, strikers razor sharp. Main distractions are these side-by-side curvy abrasions above the date. Another uncirculated penny with potent coppery orange luster, 2007 penny, most likely at Midday 65, displaying very sharp device motifs. As compared to others, this one exhibits no major spotting. It has one slanting abrasion on face value. Next, 1981 Denver struck brown penny, copper completely turned dark. Same features are seen on this 1963 Lincoln cent as well. It shows some even darker patinas on reverse side. Here is 2006 Lincoln cent, uncirculated at mint state. An error coin with small die chips on reverse, over face value. Next, 1969 D. Jefferson nickel, over-circulated 5 cents. On the reverse we see strong die deterioration. (1973) Jefferson nickel at very fine condition. Monticello steps completely flat on reverse. (1987) Lincoln cent, red-brown. Eye appeal is not that fine. And this is the most beautiful coin among these. 1984 S Proof Washington quarter, a superb gem with deep cameo feature displaying deeply frosted devices and lettering that contrasts with the mirror fields. COİN has excellent eye appeal as you see. Good acquisition. Now let me show you Commonwealth coins without holders. All of them feature Elizabeth II on the front side. Let's see what we have here. 1991 5 pence UK. Attractively toned 1994 bronze 1 penny. (1995 pence). About uncirculated 2006 1 penny. (1974 1 new penny. Second portrait. (1985 2 pence). This one is relatively old coin. 1964 3 pence. It was demonetized in 1971 with introduction of new decimal system in Britain. 1992 pence bronze. (1999 2 pence). 1979 10 cent from New Zealand. Copper nickel. (1992 Australian 10 cent, also copper nickel. (1989 2 pence, bronze. 1996 uncirculated 2 pence. Oversight displays potent red-orange luster. 2000 1 penny UK. 2004 Australian 10 cent horse portrait. 1985 1 penny UK third portrait. And the last one, 1966 Australian 5 cents. These are all the coins that I bought for nearly $45, including one deep cameo proof quarter. Let me know your opinion in comment section. How do you think? Is it a bad deal or good deal? Thumbs up below will be much appreciated. See you in the next episode. Today's episode features super valuable modern world coins sold at Spring Showcase auction at Heritage, which ended on June 26, 2022. Most of them are worth over $5,000. So before rolling on to our first coin, make sure to hit subscribe and bell buttons below this video to get daily updates on coin prices. Starting with this British gold £5 from 2021 featuring Queen Elizabeth II on obverse and modern portrait of Britannia on reverse, both of them facing right. Graded as PR70 Ultra Cameo by NGC, it was sold for $5,280. Here is gold 5 Pahlavi, minted in 1976 from Iran. Standard circulation coin, which was demonetized in 1979. Contains 0.900 oz gold. Sold on June 26, 2022 for $5,760 at Heritage Auctions. Moving on to this British £200 from 2021 featuring Elizabeth II on obverse. Graded as PR70 Ultra Cameo by NGC. Contains 2 oz gold. This beautiful gem ended up selling for $8,400. Here is 1993 proof 500 pesos from Cuba featuring Fidel Castro on obverse. Graded as PR69 Ultra Cameo by NGC. Contains 1 oz platinum. Commemorative coin dedicated to 40th anniversary of Moncada barracks attack. Sold for $9,000 at the same auction session. This is 2021 British £200 gold proof Elizabeth II coin featuring Gothic crown quartered arms on reverse. Graded as PR70 Ultra Cameo by NGC. It was bargained for $11,000 on June 26, 2022 at Heritage Auctions. Here's another British coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on obverse. 2021 gold £10 contains 5 oz gold. Reverse design highlights 25th birth anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II. This extraordinary beauty ended up selling for $13,800 the same day. Here's the most expensive lot of Very Session, 1985 gold proof 5 francs from France. Graded as proof 67 by NGC. Oversight displays popular French female seed sower, while on reverse we see olive branch with fresh olives intertwined with wheat ears. An all-known French motto above: liberty, equality and fraternity. This golden gem was sold for $18,000 on June 26, 2022 at Heritage Auctions. That's all folks. If you have such rare and valuable world coins, feel free to showcase them on our website thecoiners.com. Like, subscribe, share and have an excellent day. 7Ds are very easy to find from the mint sets and rolls. At mint day 66 they are getting scarcer and are worth at least $32. While at mint day 67 they are hard to locate but available in limited quantities. Anything above MS67 is considered numismatic rarity and is worth good sum of money. PCGS has certified only one specimen so far, with designation of 67+, which hasn't seen the face of auction yet. Welcome back to COİN. In this episode I'll provide you with information on valuable 1987 Washington quarters and what to look for among quarter rolls and mint sets. So really quick, if you first time in our channel, please hit subscribe and bell buttons down below to get daily updates on coin prices. As I mentioned before, 1987Ds are pretty expensive at mint stage 67, but the most expensive example until this day is 25 cent. Both sides are virtually pristine and bursting with vibrant nickel gray luster and reflective fields. So this gem ended up selling for $675.63 in 2015 at heritage auctions. When it comes to 1987 quarter with mint mark P, P standing for Philadelphia, then the sales record was set in 2018 on eBay. This MS67 gem was sold for $689.98. Another thing to look for among quarters minted in 1987 is mint errors. This is 1987 P quarter struck on a dime planchet, graded as AU58 by NGC. Due to different sizes of the planchets, impression on some parts of device fell into gap. Only W and T visible from the motto, Liberty totally off struck. Only integral element is a P mint mark near the ponytail. This rare piece was sold for $253 at heritage auction. Here is another awesome error quarter, 1987D struck off center on a triple curved planchet. In a simple words, it was impressed on a faulty planchet of irregular shape, and strike was off center as well. So this circulated AU53 graded error coin ended up selling for $164.50 in 2015 at heritage auctions. Now I will show you our Washington quarter from 1987. Two of them from the right are minted at Philadelphia Mint, those on the left Denver. These are circulated quarters at different conditions, but most at very fine grades. Let's do some close-up inspections by mints. These two carry mint mark D. One to the right has filled in mint mark D, struck by eroded obverse die. One to the left has normal mint mark, but it displays interesting warm toning. Here we see some olive green and yellowish hints over predominantly nickel gray surfaces. Other one is definitely error coin with die chip here. Look at this old element above the ear. It most likely fell off the die face and has nothing to do with original design. Also we have green patina on mouse area. When we turn it over, we see that reverse die was also problematic. Pay attention to the T of states, very weakly struck. On the other quarter, device elements are sharply detailed. Some enhanced motifs are seen on the chest part of an eagle. Now let's check out quarters impressed by Philadelphia Mint. This one displays poor strike, medium smoothness on Washington here. The main issue here is die erosion on the motto "In God We Trust." Letter I totally absent. Only God knows how many error quarters were struck by this eroded obverse die. On the reverse we witness poor strike as well, a pluribus unum, most likely struck through grease. The other one also carries a trace of mint error. There is a medium-sized die crack above the eye. Also circular shaped lines seen near the western rim starting from L and extending till Y. As far as I know, such lines appear when retaining color fails to deploy, but I'm not expert in this field so could be wrong. The reverse side displays heavily abraded surfaces and poor strike of upper letterings. For the last, I would like you to get acquainted with guiding price lists for higher grades of 1987D and 1987P. Have a wonderful day and don't forget to hit the like button. Cheers! MS65 grade and can be found in rolls or mint sets. Examples in MS66 they are much tougher, but there are still hundreds of examples available. In MS67 condition, they are hard to find with less than few dozen known, and non-existing in any MS68 condition. By the way, in MS67 Plus grade, Philly quarters are worth at least $4,300. Welcome back to COİN. In this episode, I will talk about very valuable regular strike and error Washington quarters minted in 1981. For your information, the very year Philadelphia Mint struck more than 600 million quarters, while mintage of Denver Mint quarters was nearly 575 million. Here is 1981 P 25 cent at Mint Day 67 inside PCG's slab, one of 3 pictures provided by professional coin grading company. As it was sold online on eBay, quality of image is little bit poor. According to records, this is the most valuable Philadelphia struck 1981 quarter so far, sold in 2018 for $700. Error coins though from that year can be extremely valuable. For instance, just in 2022, this error quarter was sold for crazy amount. So what kind of error happened here, you might ask? It's a quarter overstruck on a 1981 P Jefferson nickel. It also displays double denomination on reverse. Grade at Mint Day 67 by NGC, this pinnacle rarity ended up selling for $2,520 on January 3, 2022 at Heritage Auctions. Another unbelievable 1981 error quarter was sold at online auction hosted by Stax Bowers in 2018. This is 1981 Washington quarter from Harrison Phillips collection, struck on a dime planchet. On the verse, as you see, upper parts of Washington set disappears into edge. Also date below is not fully struck, and no one knows whether it's Philadelphia struck or Denver struck coin. Same goes to United and of America on the reverse. But overall coin has a very nice appealing, no mentionable contact marks on either side. It was sold for $336. Here's another super cool error coin from 1981, a Washington quarter with capped die error. For those who don't know, the capped die happens when a coin sticks to the hammer die, and if it remains on the die long enough, it will spread around the outside of the die, forming what looks like a bottle cap. As it was improperly cleaned, NGC did not assign a grade by Sheldon scale. It was bargained for $632.50 in 2009 at Heritage Auctions. Now it's the time to check our Washington quarters from 1981. 2 of them struck in Philadelphia, one to the right impressed in Denver. Coins are mostly at choice verified condition. 1981 Washington quarter was mint marked D. Mint luster only limited to bits in selected areas of the fields. Washington's upper hair part displays light softness accompanied with a slanting mark. At the same time, 2 deep grooves are seen on focal areas of the bust. Reverse side displays sharply struck letterings and device elements. Some wear is evident on the chest area of the eagle. No major spots or contact marks are visible. Just few tiny notes of insignificant size. This is 1981 P, an error coin improperly annealed, which comes with an obvious clad flow. These streak-like textures on the fields. It also displays major flam flows, irregular shape of a collar. On the letter I of Liberty, we see diagonal crack as well. Die must have been eroded as well or covered with grease. IN and TR of the motto are totally distorted. Reverse side displays abraded surfaces on central areas and on the rims. But the most eye-catching mark is the very deep die crack below the right wing. And the last one, Philadelphia struck quarter, worst among these three in terms of eye appeal. Fields and device displays abraded surfaces throughout. Several dents and nicks are evident on the rims. On the reverse we see medium amount of softness on eagle's head and chest. Same streak-shaped texture on lower half. Coin with weight of 5 grams, an equilateral curve heptagon shape. To put it simply, with 7-sided edge. Diameter is 21 millimeters. Now let's inspect these coins one by one in depth. So over side of a coin features second portrait of British Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Letterings are engraved into color. On the reverse, Crown Tudor rose, dividing the date and legend, face value below. These 20 pennies is at fine condition, displays medium wear on focal areas of device. Softness also evident on tiara of the Queen. One very deep abrasion catches the eye on the throat of the Queen. Field display numerous contact marks as well. Some letters of color inscription shows grey-green layers of tarnish. Reverse side displays sharply detailed device elements. Light wear is seen on the leaves of the badge. Also on upper half of a coin we witness some verdigris smatters among motifs of a crown and inside engraved face value. Moving on to other piece. This one is at very fine condition, at least 2 grades higher than previous one. Softness only limited to tiara, some part of hair and lower part of the bust. One medium-sized nick catches the eye near 2 o'clock. Inscriptions are readable but with oxide layers as well. When we turn the coin over, we see that device elements display nice preservation for 40-year-old coins. But yet, due to contact with humidity, some tarnish is evident inside engraved upper letterings. According to NGC price guide, at higher circulated grades, these coins are worth not more than $1. For more up-to-date prices, let's check recent sales records on eBay. On April 28, 2022, this 20 pence was sold for $2.25. As you see, amount of wear of this coin, almost the same as on first 20 pence I showed you. On May 9th, these 20 pence was... First one is una peseta from Spain, minted in 1950s. 1 peseta contains 92.5% copper, 7.5% aluminum. Overside features a portrait of Francisco Franco, facing right, legend around in Spanish and the date of start of current series of a coin. On the reverse, the arms of Spain, dividing the denomination. A star to the left in a mint mark for Royal Mint of Spain. Between the tiny stars, actual date of minting. Last number is almost flattened, but it very much resembles 4, so it must be minted in 1954. Coin is in very good condition as for Sheldon scale, with significant wear on device elements and small letterings of reverse. It is considered a very valuable coin, if at higher grades. According to NGC price guide, circulated pesetas of 1954 are sold for at least $50 at extremely fine condition. At mint state 60, this coin is worth $300. This one is 1911 Russian 5 kopecks, issued during Russian Empire. Purely copper coin which weighs 16.38 grams, diameter is 32.7 millimeters. Overside feature 9 shields upon crowned double-headed imperial eagle. Legends in Cyrillic, reading as Copper Russian coin 5 kopecks. On the reverse, face value flanked by stars within beaded circle. And mint mark SPB. Coin is at very fine condition for a copper coin. accurately preserved, therefore less faded surfaces are seen both on obverse and reverse. Letterings are sharp, inscriptions are readable as well. Main cons of this coin is flaws of color, dents, nicks, some extra layers above. Very valuable coin at higher grades. According to NGC price guide, at very fine state like this one, it's worth at least $100. At mint state 6, these coins are worth $475 minimum. Next one is German 10 Reichspfennig from 1928 with mint mark A standing for Berlin Statement. Struck during the period of Weimar Republic, this coin was in general circulation until 1936. Content of a metal is aluminum bronze alloy. It has reeded edge, weighs 4 grams, pretty light indeed, diameter 21 millimeters. Oversight features wheat ears forming a shape of pyramid beneath a mint mark A on the top and the date below. On the reverse we see denomination in square with 5 oak leaves, legends around Deutsche Reich meaning German Empire, and face value. Coin is in extremely fine condition notwithstanding fadings on reverse and obverse. For learning more about this coin, please click the video link above. According to NGC price guide, 1928 A's, even at the lowest mint state, that is MS60, are worth at least $75. Those with mint mark G, Karlsruhe mint, are at least 10 times more expensive than those with mint mark A. This is 1922 peace dollar. Content of a coin is 90% silver, 10% copper. The weight is 26.73 grams. Diameter 38.1 millimeters. Oversight features left profile of Lady Liberty wearing headband with rays. Original engraver of this side of a coin is Anton de Francisci. On the reverse we have eagle facing right and standing on the rock, wings folded with rays on a background. At mint state 61, this coin is worth at least $50. The highest mint state, that's 67. It is valued at least $10,500. If you want to know more about this coin, please check out this video above. Next comes 1956 5 kurush from Republic of Turkey. Currently demonetized brass coin weighing 2.2 grams, diameter is 16.3 millimeters. Oversight features Turkish crescent and star, and the date of minting. Legend around Turkish Republic. Edge has indented lettering in Turkish, reading as Turkic Republic. On the reverse face value is in Rees. Coin is at very good condition. Reverse side exhibit massive wear on device elements and letterings, accompanied with dark patination. It's old but not that valuable. As for NGC price guide, even at mint state 60, the price starts from $1. At mint state 65, it's worth at least $8. Next we have 1903 3 kopeek from Russia. Heavily oxidized copper coin which attained very fine looking toning of pink, violet and green. On the obverse, double-headed imperial eagle. On the reverse, face value flanked by stars within beaded circle. And mint mark SPD. Coin is at very good state. Strong wear is evident on motifs of obverse, device and letterings above. At the same time, one bolt dent show up between 2-3 o'clocks. Relatively valuable coin worth at least $15 at very fine condition. At mint state 63, it's worth at least $115. Moving along to 1918 British 1 penny bronze coin which weighs 9.45 grams. Oversight of this coin highlights a crown portrait of King George V. facing left. On the reverse, seated figure of Britannia facing right, dividing face value. Coins at very fine condition. At extremely fine condition, this coin is worth $7.50 as for NGC price guide. At mainstay 63, it is worth at least $75. Next is 1915 German 10 Pfennig struck on a copper nickel planchet. This piece is at very fine condition, although fields are covered with patina on both sides. Overside features Imperial German arms, with mint mark near the edge below the foot of the eagle. On the reverse, large denomination on the center with surrounding lettering German Empire, year of minting, and Pfennig. The price of 10 Pfennigs at extremely fine state range between $3 to $12 on eBay. Here is 1916 Australian George V's 1 penny, which I showed you recently. So really short about its physical features, struck on a bronze planchet, it weighs 9.45 grams, diameter is 30.8 millimeters, overside features crowned and draped left profile of the King George V's. Legend around reading as George V's, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, defender of faith, Emperor of India. On the reverse, face value in full, with embedded circles surrounded with legends, Commonwealth of Australia at the date. According to NGC price guide, current value of circulated 1916 pennies with I mint mark, which stands for Calcutta,